What is going on YouTube? King Reggie back on Madden 18. Today I am bringing you part 2 of my trips tight end mini scheme. This is the running plays. Time to tote the rock. Let's get into it. Okay guys, welcome back to part 2 of my trips tight end scheme out of the LA Chargers book. This is the running game. This is toting the rock, pounding the rock. This is really important to this running game, or this offense, to take it to the next level. Part 1, the passing plays. If you guys missed that I dropped that yesterday. After this video, I'll leave it at the end of this video. Click on it, watch part 1. This is part 2, the running game, part 1, the passing plays, and then tomorrow, part 3, the one-play touchdowns. I have one-play touchdowns against cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. Guys, if this is your first time on my channel, I do stuff a little different with my videos. I give you real gameplay spliced into my videos to show you. Every passing play, running play I show you, for the most part, I have real footage with it. If it's a play, I'm like, oh, try this out, try to bring this in. Maybe I won't have plays. But for the main plays I show you, I will always have real footage of it working in either weekend league, all Madden first, all Madden second string. It works, guys. So here is the running game. Let's get into it. So guys, we're going to be going over 3 running plays in particular with two others you can kind of spice in there as you please. So gun trips tight end is the first formation. Inside zone. As you can see on the play call screen, I've called it 819 times, so I've ran it a ton, for 6.9 yard per play average. Is really good. The next run we're looking for is HB mid draw. This I've called 641 times for a 5-yard average, which is really nice. The only other run that's in this formation is the HB counter. I haven't really ran it in games very much, but I've ran it in practice. I don't really like it. The backside just comes through where that guard pulls. So that's the 2 formations out of the gun formation for trips tight end. The other formation we're going to be looking at for running the ball. I didn't show any passing plays out of this, but you can lab them if you like some passing plays in this formation to keep people honest. There's not a ton here, but there's a few that are kind of interesting. Forvert, smash you can use. Stick is okay. PA comeback's not bad. But the running play that I love out of this formation that makes... And the thing is, this pistol trips. Yeah, you are in pistol, but it looks super similar. So a lot of people will barely even notice. They won't really know what you're doing, and it is such a powerful run play, and that is strong power. Absolute sick run play. HB draw, I never use out of this formation. The dive is pretty good, and then the stretch is okay. I use it a little bit, but basically the stretch is very similar to the power, but I just feel like the strong power works better, so I stick with that. So the first play we're going to be going over is the HB mid-draw. And guys, that last video was really long. It was like 35 minutes or something, part 1. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. These are running plays, so honestly, you just run them how you, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to, there's not a lot of adjustments for them and stuff, so just run it. I'm going to just show you 1 or 2 times, get into the game footage. So it's just a normal draw, right? Like, we don't need to go over this crazy. Boom. Spin out, get some yards. These plays, the inside zone and the draw are good run plays. They're not OP runs. They're not like bust 80-yard runs all the time. But what they will do when you put them with the passing game that is so strong, with the one-play touchdowns which are absolutely sick, is just another wrinkle to keep people honest. We'll run one more draw, just a basic draw. It sets up really good. Oh, there it wasn't there. But we'll get into the first gameplay footage. Let's see it. Okay, as you can see there, just normal draw, boom, get up field, not working as good in practice, but I got 10 yards. Let's look at the next one. Boom, so that's one thing I do like to do with this run also, is because if you remember in part 1, our passing plays, there's a lot of times where we do motion a receiver over. So sometimes I will motion like he's going to motion over, and I'll motion snap him right as he's going in the line. But one thing you got to be careful of is I'll try to reenact it in practice. If you snap it out the wrong time, Julio Jones or whoever receiver you're motioning over will actually get in between the center and the QB and will cause a fumble. I'll try to time it up on the next one just to show you what that looks like. So that's the only thing you got to be careful. Either do it way before he gets to the center or once he's passed. So I'll just try to time it like right now. Oh, I just missed. But you can sometimes get caught on your own player on that hike back. There it is. Once again, other hash. We'll run it other hash. Just flip it real quick. Boom. Show you what it looks like. Same idea, guys. Like, this play works really well when they're dropping everyone back in coverage. You know what I mean? Because you've been just killing them with deep passes, deep passing plays, one play touchdowns, and then you run this draw for 15 yards. Keep people honest. Know they can't just drop back into coverage every play. Look at one more draw. Okay, guys, that draw was important because draws are super powerful inside the 10, inside the red zone. Especially, you don't want to run this first play, but if you see it, you're playing a guy who likes to run a lot of coverage. Like, we'll put him in Tampa too. Either people love to run coverage in the red zone or they love to blitz. Against people who love to blitz, this isn't going to work great. People who love to play coverage in the red zone, I got tripped up. But you are going to get a lot of touchdowns just by running a simple draw. Works super good in the red zone. Okay, let's move on to the next play. Okay, guys, next play, inside zone. And why this run is so powerful, I like to read the tackle, so number 75 on my team, how he blocks the D-end. If he blocks the D-end inside, I like to bounce it outside. If he blocks him outside, I like to bounce it inside. I do like to take this to the outside because you have 3 blockers out there with your wide receivers, right? You have 3 guys picking up blocks, getting to safeties, and it makes a really good play. So look at that. Blocked him inside. I cut it up 8-9 yards. We'll run it one more time and then get in some game footage. So read the D-end. What's he doing? Double team. I got an outside lane. Pick up 3-4 yards. Let's look at the first clip. Okay, boom. That was perfect. So that time the guy was base aligned. And if people are base aligning, this is really nice because what you want here is you want Jones to be able to seal that linebacker, and then you're going to get your inside receivers to go to the corner and the safety. And if sometimes they'll blow it up, but sometimes you can bust it like you've seen on that last one for 20, 30, 40 yards, just like that, right? So if they play base align, you can get a lot of seals and get to the outside. It works really well. Let's look at the next clip. Okay, that one was a little different. They ended up actually overplaying it to the outside. I'll try to adjust where the D-end is and just try to show you that you can bust it up inside. I'll just exaggerate it. I'm going to try to bust this one up inside. So there we go. Inside. Kind of got there. But as you can see online, if you read the hole opens up inside, hit it up inside, hit it up outside, it works either way. Let's look at the last clip. Same thing. I read the D-end. He was able to hook him to the outside. Oh, no, didn't get my block. But hooked him outside. Got upfield 10 yards. So, guys, with these 2 run plays out of your trips tight end, you're going to keep people honest. If you run these plays and they're not prepared for it, if they're not adjusting to them at all, you can literally pick up 10 yards of carry. You can bust them for 60, 70 yards, either run. So, this will keep people honest. So, put these 2 plays with your passing plays. Keep people honest. It'll really take you to the next level. And then tomorrow, part 3, the 1-play touchdowns will take you from really good to a great offense in this trips tight end. Okay, the last run we're going to look at out of the pistol tight end, our pistol trips tight end, is one of the best run games, one of the best run plays I've found in the game. Let's take a look. Okay, guys, so here's what the base play looks like. We're going to spend a little more time on this run because I think it is so good, and it's a little more intricate of a setup, and there's a little more thinking involved. So, This is what the normal play art looks like, and you're actually running away from your trip side. We're going to put this on the hash mark. I like it to run it to your trip side to the wide side of the field most of the time. So, base, it's running to the tight end away from your trip side. You have both your guards are out pulling as lead blockers for you, which is amazing. So what you want to do, you want to flip it. Now you have 2 pulling guards and 3 wide receivers out there lead blocking for you. Wow. That's 5 guys leading the way for Chris Johnson. Like, guys, you can bust humongous runs with this run. It is a really good play. And if you're running a budget squad, or you just really like this play and want to tote the rock, you can sub in tight ends for those receivers and get even better run blocking in there. So let's run it 1 or 2 times, and then we'll get into the game footage. And guys, with the game footage, I had to cut out like 3 or 4 absolutely like 60, 70-yard runs because I didn't want to make the video too long. But guys, you can bust humongous runs with this. And as you can see, it's still tight right, running back, quarterback with 3 receivers to the left. It looks super similar, just the alignment of your QB and running back is a little bit different. So if you're playing your friends and stuff who aren't don't know Madden like amazingly, they might not even notice. And if you are playing guys online, they will notice. But you can still incorporate a lot of the same passing concepts in there, and you could literally audible right back to gun trips tight end, and no one's the wiser, right? So I really like this. And then, oh, look at that, we're right back in pistol tight end. So guys, this is a really good run play. Incorporate this. Let's run it once, see what it looks like. See that? Boom. Didn't get much, but let's look at the replay because that's going to really show you the potential with this run. Then we'll get into the game footage and you guys can see how well it works online. So with the instant replay, you can see I flipped it. You have both your lead guards lead pulling. Like, with 3 receivers out there, guys, sometimes this will set up so freaking well. Like, if 86 Julio Jones gets that block here, look it. We get a kick out with our guard. 70 is going to block him. If Julio Jones block him, we have 1 guy to beat for the end zone. Plus, oh man, if Julio holds his block, we probably score there. We'll run it 1 more time and then we'll get into game footage. Flip it. Always, run to this side for now. Double guard pull. Oh, my guard just made. Okay, let's look at the game footage. You guys can see me torching people online. First clip. As you can see there, guys, the blocking just sets up so freaking nice. I really want to get 1 in practice mode. Blocking isn't working as great here, but that's still 6-7 yards. I would like to bust 1 here, but still working well. Try 1 more time, then we'll get to another clip. Boom. Oh, we're just missing our blocks. Okay, let's look at the next clip. Okay, there's another one, 7, 8, 9 yards. We'll flip it to Tampa 2, see if we just get a little bit better run just in practice mode. Here we go, boom, and we are getting absolutely no blocking in practice mode. But guys, I promise you, online this run works so well. As you can see on my average, I'm averaging like 8 yards a carry with this run online. So guys, it works online really well. Let's look at the next clip. As you guys can see there, like the blocking is just setting up so nice. Boom, boom. Finally, we get some blocks. Here we go. There you go. See, if the blocks set up like they can with this run, it is just absolutely beautiful. It is the run that is super OP out of this trips tight end. If you get the blocking to set up right, it is a house call. Let's look at the replay one time just because it did set up so well and it is just so pretty to watch. Look at this. So, receiver hits a linebacker, receiver on a linebacker, receiver on a corner. 2 pulling guards out in front of you, and look at the whole up and up. 70 hits the linebacker, 68 picks up the linebacker there, and then Tyreek Hill 83 chips and goes up to the safety. Like, look at the hole here, and then I'm still untouched 15 yards up the field. And then it's just a foot race if you have a fast receiver, right? Or running back. But right here, I don't care who you have, the most budget running back in the game, up till right here. That's 50 yards down the field, and he's untouched. I don't care who you have, right? So it doesn't matter. If the block's set up, this is going to be a humongous play. Let us look at the last clip. Same thing, we'll run it one more time. There we go, finish him off in the end zone. That's like a 25-yard touchdown run. Boom, block set up again. There we go, that's 6, 7, 8 yards. Okay, so that is how I like to run this play. But one way I want to show you different is sometimes if you really are running this play, I don't have any footage, but in other games, I had people literally overplaying so much to this side because they just see me running the ball over here, and literally it's similar to if you look at my old mini scheme I dropped of the single back deuce Y flex. After this mini scheme, go check out that. It is also in the LA Chargers book. You can combine them to have an absolutely unbelievable offense with the LA Chargers. So you'll get people overplaying because you keep running this play flipped. Now what you can do, I don't know if I'll get it to work here, but everyone, this does work online, is when they overplay that way, just leave it base, and now you have 2 lead blockers, your tight end to this side, and they have 3 guys over here, and you can literally do this, boom, 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 right? That's 15, 18 yards you can bust that. So if you see people overplaying like that, we'll run it one more time, really exaggerate it just to show you what this literally will happen online. Like people will, if you're busting this run over and over, you will get this. And yeah, it can be trouble, right? Like now just don't flip it, leave it base. Boom, you got 2 pulling guards, a tight end, put a move on a guy, right? Gain 15, 20 yards. So keep that in mind. If you see people overplaying, this run does work to the base side. Okay, now quickly, I just want to go look at a few other plays that you can incorporate. Those are my big 3 plays. Run the ball with those plays. Quickly, we'll look at the dive. Now, the dive is similar. The dive is similar. Now, what I want to do is, once again, if they're overplaying me to this side, if they're really, or even sometimes you'll do this. Now they see this as only an outside formation. Now you can just bust a nice dive up the middle, gain 6, 7, 8 yards. So lab this up. This isn't the best dive in the game, that's for sure. It's a decent dive. You can get a few yards if they're really overplaying it. Work that in if you like. The other run that I'll look at is the trips HB stretch. Now, stretches are really good in this game, and if it wasn't for that strong power, I would say, yo, run this play. But that strong power, I would flip it to the trip side again, but that strong power is just so freaking nice with the 2 pulling guards that I think it's just a better run. But this run, if you like stretches, like this can be a really nice stretch for you with 3 lead blockers. Stretch to the outside. You can work this in if you're a stretch guy or you just don't really like how that power sets up. Like this is a good stretch, a really nice stretch. So run this also, no problems whatsoever. That's a good run. Now quickly, I just want to go over the screen. So there's a few screens in the pistols trips that I like. So the way I like to run this bubble screen is if they're coming out in like a base aligned blitz, something like this, where you have everyone in the box and they're blitzing, and you see this, they keep running this type of play. I do like to just work in a little bubble screen. You got 2 lead blockers. Every once in a while, you're going to hit this for 30, 40, 50 yards. Same idea. Like they don't even have to be base aligned necessarily. Boom, you can work that in. It's a nice quick hitting, short passing game play. Lab that, it can work. One other screen out of this pistol. And the reason I went over screens here instead of the passing plays is because I almost look at screens as an extension of the running game. They're really quick hitters. They're almost like runs. They're really low risk. But to me, I feel like the runs are good enough. You don't really need these screens. But if you do, if you like them, if you lab them and you think they work well, by all means, run these screens, run them. They work. They're good screens. You can run them. And then the other play I want to look at is both the pistols trip and the gun trip, I believe, both have screens. Yes, they both have slip screens. You can find it in the trips tight end. Also, basic screens, like I don't have game footage, like it's a screen. It's a slip screen, but it's still something that you can work in if they're blitzing a lot, if they're getting, it's just another way to keep them on their toes. So guys, that is part 2, the running game. Not the most dominant running game out of a formation. This is a passing formation, this trips tight end. But these are 3 really nice runs. And I think the power out of pistol trips is a great run. The draw out of trips tight end is good, and the inside zone's really good. It's one of the best inside zones in the game. So if you work those 3 runs in with part 1, the passing play, guys, if you're new, if you didn't see part 1, go check it out. It's amazing passes. And then part 3 tomorrow, the one-play touchdowns. My 2 favorite one-play touchdowns I run in any book. They're my 2 favorite one-play touchdowns, and they work so freaking well. Unbelievable. That is tomorrow, part 3. So guys, if you like this video, if you had any trouble understanding something or any adjustments you're wondering, leave that down below in a comment. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please sub, guys. The more subs, likes, follows I get, the more I think I'm doing something that people find interesting and informative and helpful and entertaining. So I'm one of the only I've never seen another YouTuber actually put every play that he likes to run with footage, explain it, go over it in game against. These are good opponents I'm playing. If you look at where I play all Madden first, all Madden second, weekend league. Like I play against some of the toughest opponents, and these plays work against them. So if you're playing more casually, like, these are going to destroy your friend. If you're trying to get good at weekend league, these plays work. If you already are getting good in weekend league and you just want another wrinkle to throw in this trips tight end. This is part 2. That was my running game, and I'm King Reggie, and I'm out.